Vertical Aerospace from UK, as well as Joby Archer, Beta, and the lot from America. Germany has seen some issues with regard to finance, but things have moved ahead. Thank you for sharing your screen, Walid. I believe you have the mic and you have the stage. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. My pleasure. I would express my deep uh, thanks for all the team and for the Advanced Air Mobility Institute for this global efforts. Really appreciated, especially in this moments in this new area, let's say, for aviation and air mobility. So this is Walid Meskine, advanced science engineer with a double master in robotics and AI, professional in business development in drones and let's say the aviation in the low altitude. I'm now in Saudi Arabia since 5 years, acting in this field. I was managing a drone company before, and now I'm managing the solution engineering and aeronautics, DJI enterprise in Saudi Arabia, especially, and covering some countries in the Middle East as well. I will talk about some insights and good news from Saudi Arabia regarding the advanced air mobility, which is begins earlier since 2020, uh, when GEMCO participated in a funding round for Joby Aviation, and the year next, NEOM and Volocopter formed also a joint venture to develop the first operating in Saudi Arabia. In 2022, also helicopter company, which is a national company, and Airbus was signed the collaboration agreement to introduce the new concept of urban air mobility services in Saudi Arabia. As well, Saudi Airlines pre-ordered 100 eVTOLs from Lilium, and that was relaunched in 2024, as well as Flyness and Air Mobility also signed a lot of signed also an MOU regarding other pre-order and agreement to go forward for this development. So here we remark that all of let's say governmental authorities and investment companies are aware that the near future is for the advanced air mobility. That's why when the business move there, that prove that this market is very promising, especially in Saudi Arabia, and with also with the full support from the local government here to move forward to develop this industry. Here, from let's say from governmental part, we noticed that GACA also supported this activity in many occasions, as well as other authorities in Kingdom, and they give a lot of flight authorization, let's say specific flight authorization for these companies to test and import and register, and giving some COA, the certification of navigation, let's say, for this new aircrafts, pushing forward to this success. And we have here a specific use case, which is the medical products transportation. Uh, it was a challenging exercise in during the Hajj event happening every year with up to 2 million people in the same area every year, and transporting the medical support is quite challenging, especially when talking about a small area hosting 2 million people. And hopefully, this year, the project will be launched effectively. And from that, I think it will be big revolution to introduce the medical product and transportation with drones, as well as bigger unmanned aircraft in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Also, as a part of this wave of development, search and developments also has a deep, let's say, push and support here. And I've been with four universities here. Let's say they are competing and enabling a lot of programs and students to perform and to develop some new solutions related to advanced air mobility, from software, hardware, and also as a design, also as the urban planification as well, when talking about the new cities, smart cities, the cities that will host the new vertiports and the new concept of the urban mobility using the next generation of aircrafts. And last week, I think that it was launched a fund about more than 20 million Saudi riyal to support research and development in technology area, and specifically in smart city and air mobility as well. And this fund is deployed for all universities from here, and inviting as well the researchers from outside Saudi Arabia to contribute in this plan. The most important step forward is the regulatory framework announcement. GACA now are working deeply in developing the framework. And also, there is a good news that there is an UTM program solution under progress. It will cover three countries, Saudi Arabia and two other countries. Right now, Oman confirmed, Qatar as well, and maybe there will be two other countries coming as well. The solution is almost ready technically, but the deployment of such solution for unmanned traffic management will take a lot of time for testing, deploying, and integrating with the other airspace, let's say, actor and stakeholder. And this is a very good step, let's say, a very serious step to deploy the let's say low altitude aviation in the non-segregated airspace, and that I think that will be soonest in the coming 2 or 3 years. It will be deployed. I mentioned also this international collaboration, cooperation between local authorities and international authorities such as USA, UK, Singapore, South Korea, France, China, to get and exchange the newest technology and the newest experience, and to go from there. So that's a proactive approach to get the latest experience, and not to begin from the scratch testing here. So, and also that's reflect the reflects the willingness of local authorities to enable advanced air mobility in Saudi Arabia in a short time. Regarding, let's say, the scenario could be here as the reports of GACA. We have mostly three scenarios. The first is the luxury product, and that requires a high infrastructure maturity to succeed this operation. And the testing as well was there with the helicopter in Neom area. And also there is some other testing experience in Sindala in the western area in Saudi Arabia, where there is some luxurious places and islands. Also, where the places where we have no choices to use the let's say the aviation tools or solutions to succeed some tasks, like I mentioned in during the Hajj, when we need to bring or deliver some medical helps in a few minutes without crossing 1 million people. And that really challengeable. Also in the area, mountainous area where the road placement is quite difficult to make the exercises in a shorter time and in an efficient way. Also, when talking about the revolution and especially transport revolution, the competitivity of aviation solution compared uh, with the ground transportation solution offers a wide range, let's say, of new good scenarios in common transportation, in daily transportation, and also in transportation enter cities here, because spending 4 or 5 hours in between two nearby city, that will be reduced to half an hour or less than that, or 1 hour, with a comfortable way. That also is very possible scenario here in Saudi Arabia. So and in this chart we have here the availability of infrastructure needed compared by the operation, and that reflect in the next few years with an emerging infrastructure here and revolution, let's say, in urbanization, that will facilitate for sure the integration of this advanced air mobility solution, especially in urban area, in a very short time. What we have here as the next step, and as I see it from let's say professional point of view, in the next coming months, let's say that will be less than 1 year, as my expectation. GACA is continuing to onboard relevant stakeholder to their roadmap, and are now mobilizing a lot of resources to advance this ambition. Developing the regulatory framework will be the point of affliction, let's say, and from the readiness of this framework, a lot of things will be seriously changing to improve and to get to go steps forward to succeed this plan in Saudi Arabia. As well as the ecosystem is almost already here because we met here a lot of or almost of global advanced air mobility leaders from manufacturers, from software solution providers, from airport companies. And honestly, being here in Saudi Arabia since the 5 years, there is a lot of advancement in this area since the drone regulation launched in 2018. Just 2 years after, we have seen a lot of new aircrafts, let's say helicopters flying here and there for tests. And that's very promising for this area. And also, we hope to collaborate and get in discussion with you as expert in the field to exchange your experience from other countries, either it is successful or struggling, let's say. So, talking about this ambitious plan, also we could remember some struggling from global companies specialized in manufacturing of new aircrafts that facing some financial problems and let's say couldn't take off right now, but they will take off as I see. Just needs
Interesting.
some tuning and some preparation for the infrastructure and for the ecosystem in general. We have some upcoming events in the next year. I think the most important two are the SADF for small aviation event. It will happen in the next September 25, and also Saudi Airport exhibition. It will be in also in September, November 2025. So I hope that I bring some insights from
Of
this
course, Walid.
country. And I thank you again for attending and being here and discussing this new emerging subject. Really, thank you.
Interesting. Thank you so much for joining us today, Walid. Obviously, we can see the ambitions of Saudi behind this emerging technology era, and it is exciting to see all these developments recently with Neon project and integrating these transformative solutions as well. Thank you so much for sharing your insights today with us. And so, before moving on to our next presentation, I have a lesson a video from one of our lessons here. Uh, Greece. I will share my screen now.